Alright, morning everyone. We actually got a bit of rain last night. Why can I hear... The sprinklers are dripping. They came on ages ago. But anyway, must be because the pipe's heating up and starting to drip out. But anyway, it's very cloudy today, but it's still like 24-ish degrees. Yeah, and a bit of rain, but the rain just made it really humid. It wasn't enough to cool anything down. It just made it really worse. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cloudy all today. So anyway, doesn't matter. So it seems like lately every video I do revolves around the Nissan. It's just that's what's been happening. That's all. Hasn't been a lot of other things going on. And this video is no different. It's I actually forgot about it. I did the brakes the other day, and I mentioned that I didn't know what video was coming up. Totally forgot about the tuning box thing that I ordered. So what I ended up, I was going to buy the JB4 tuner. I was waiting for probably since October. It's been out of stock, and it's still out of stock now. I just checked it. From an Aussie mob here. I can get them. I could have got them from America. I didn't want to. I wanted to buy it from Australia, just in case there's any dramas. A bit easier to sort out. But they were out of stock. I emailed them, I messaged them, they never got back to me. Just pretty bad customer service. I can't even remember the name of the mob. I wouldn't even mention them anyway. They finally got back to me after about 15 emails over between October and probably January. Just every couple of weeks I'd send them a message. They had a text box, just never answered, nothing. So anyway, they got back to me in January and said, yeah, it's coming in 4 weeks. Or 2 weeks, sorry, 2 weeks, and that was back in January, and they're still out of stock now, and it's like almost March. So, yeah, whatever. So then I was gonna, but because it's taken so long, I've actually found that Stillen actually make a very similar thing, and it's actually, I don't know if it's better. It's simpler. It doesn't have as much things on it. It's cheaper by a little bit because I think the JB4 one was like $1,000, but then you had to spend another $250 to get the Bluetooth control module, which you need. You can't do it without unless you bring a laptop with you when you want to change things on the car. So that ain't happening. So yeah, you're pretty much stuck. You got to buy the Bluetooth module. Plus, it wants to be connected to the OBD2 port, which means you have to run a wire into the car, and I just done the sub in that car, and that was an absolute pain, and I don't want to do it again. So it needs to know what gear it's in. So I think that's what that's for. It's for data logging and things like that, because then it can read engine RPM, it can read what gear you're in, your speed and everything. I'm not interested in taking it to that level, so that was probably going to be a redundant feature, because it can do boost by gear and things like that, because it knows what gear and speed you're in. Then the next gear it'll give you a little bit more boost, and then the next one. But I mean, it's only going to give you 7 psi or 10 psi extra. It's not like it's, you know, like a big turbo barrow that can handle 60 psi or something like that, and you don't need boost by gear. So anyway, doesn't matter. So this one's a lot simpler setup. I just got word it's coming today. I forgot all about it, and then I got a thing from FedEx saying that it was meant to come tomorrow, but it's coming today, so that's good. I actually ordered the gearbox on my Tirana, which I don't have anymore, that's sold, but a brand new gearbox I ordered from California as well. This is where this thing's came from. And same deal, it was meant to come on a Friday, but it actually came on a Thursday. It left California on Monday. So yeah, on a Monday it left California, meant to be delivered on a Friday, and was here on Thursday, so it was like 4 days. So FedEx is on top of their game big time. And then same thing with this one, it shipped on Monday and meant to come tomorrow, but it came today. So awesome. So exactly the same deal, day early, 4 days from California. I can't even get stuff from Sydney that quick. That's unbelievable. Hey, don't bite him. So yeah, that was my main reason of changing my mind, and I'm glad I had the extra time to think about it. One of the guys that is in the, I call it a club, it's not a club, it's it's just a group of guys on a Facebook page that we go driving, and we all got Nissan Zs, various ages. He's got a Nismo, same model as mine, but a Nismo, and he's got this Stillen TruControl, I think it's called, and loves it. He reckons it took 10 minutes to put in. I got a quote. So this thing's $1,000. I got a quote from a guy around the corner that does Nissan Z tuning. I got a big fingerprint on the lens. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I got a quote from guy just around the corner in Wangara, and he wanted like almost $2,000 to do ECU, ECU tech, whatever you want to call it, and tune it. Obviously, it's going to have more power, not safer, but yeah, anyway, it's probably the better thing to do. Again, I'm not interested in wrangling the last little bit of horsepower before something happens. I'm not interested in that. This Stillen thing, he's meant to give it between 70 and 100 horsepower, 120 newton meters of torque. So that's plenty. The thing's fast enough as it is. So yeah, this will just smarten it up a bit. And if you look at a Z on a dyno, the dyno graph, the torque goes up, down, and then up again, and this thing gets rid of it and just makes it more linear. So kind of the same reason I got the throttle controller. The throttle on that thing was very spongy, and then all of a sudden it take off, and I wasn't used to that. None of my other cars drive like that. So this throttle controller, once you get it, I've got it to where it's like factory, but it's a linear, it's just a straight line as you put your foot down. There's no spongy. It's hard to describe, but it was really funny. And it's got a setting there where you go back to the stock throttle position, so you don't have to disconnect it. You just put it back to stock, and it's exactly how it was in stock. And when you can change it that quickly, put it in stock, and then setting 4. I found setting 4 is very, very similar to stock off the line, but it's not off the line. It's probably like 5-10% throttle. That's where the drop is, and this thing just smooths it out. It's really good. I've currently got it in 4 or 5, I can't remember, so it's a little bit peppier off the line, but yeah, heaps better. And that's why I want this Stillen thing. Just get rid of that torque drop. It actually feels like it's changing gears, but it doesn't, and then that's when it redlines. If you've went for a drive up Ellenbrook Way, you guys in the car with the camera on, and I was going on an on-ramp, and same, it just goes to redline, and you're just looking at it going, what's going on? Because it felt like power dropped, but it doesn't. It kind of does, but the revs keep, I don't know, it's really funny. So I'm hoping that gets rid of this, and it's just more of a boom, boom, just straight linear. Yeah, I don't want computers adjusting, even though I'm pressing it. I don't want the computers to go, well, we'll use you as a guide, but we'll do what we want. I don't like that, so I want to be in control of the throttle a little bit more, and the boost and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and another so that was another reason I asked the guy. I was going to get him to do it because he took me for a drive in his one, and it's animal, and it's completely stock. All it has is the tune. Totally different car to mine. What's the name? But I asked him, I said, what's the warrant? What happens with the warranty thing? And he goes, no, there's no warranty once you start mucking around with this. And I said, can you take it off? And he goes, yeah, I can take it off. It's like $300 for him to take it off, go and get your warranty issue sorted, bring it back, and he'll put it back on. He said, but if they really deep dive into the computer, they can tell that this has been on there. There's like a log. Apparently the computer creates a log, and if they go back in that log, they can see that the thing's been tampered with. So that kind of ruled it out for me. I said, look, probably in like 5 years when the warranty runs out. I think Nissan's 5-year warranty. Currently they do a 10-year warranty if you get it serviced at a dealer. I've blown that out the window. That's not happening for a 10-year warranty, but they do a 5-year warranty regardless. So yeah, maybe in 5 years time, then I'll do it. But for now, I think this thing's going to be pretty cool. So I think like my mate said that I go driving with, 5-10 minutes to put it in. I think it's like 3 connectors and that's it. If you have a drama, I think it only gives you another 7 or 10 psi. It's not massive, so you're not going to break anything. So should be fun. And if you do have a drama, and you've got to go to your dealer for whatever reason, you just cut the zip ties and take it out. It just intercepts some turbo signals, I think, and increases boost, I think. So I don't really know how it works. I don't want to know. I just want to put it in easy and enjoy another 70-ish odd horsepower at the wheels. So that'll be good. The JB4 one, you know, they say big ride up. Oh yeah, it's 100 horsepower and 150 newton meters. But when you actually see the dyno graphs, it's not that much. So you can kind of see that they're trying to just add a little bit extra to it. So you buy their one over the Stillen. So yeah, a little bit like that. But when you see the Stillen ones, then you know that that's a bit more realistic of what you're going to get. You're not going to just increase it that much. So but anyway, all good. I went for a drive this morning. Car needed fuel. We got this drive coming up on Monday. It's a public holiday, so the fuel prices normally skyrocket just before a public holiday. So I went today after work to go and grab them. So go and grab the fuel. So yeah, went for a drive. Brake lines are working really well. I pretty much got used to it. It was about a 15-minute round trip, and I wasn't even thinking about the difference, how it was before and how it was after. So it's not that much of a difference. So easy to get used to. I didn't notice any leaks inside the rim, so there's no leaking on the caliper. Didn't notice any drops of anything on the driveway in the garage. So yeah, I think we've buttoned it up nice. The brake feels nice and stiff, and there's no sag in it or anything, so I don't think we got any air in it. But I'll probably will give it it'll probably be a once every year thing to change. It's cheap enough to change a fluid, so yeah, we'll be changing it in another year anyway. But anyway, we'll hang around for FedEx now. Yeah, they're coming pretty soon, so they're not here yet. So they said anywhere between 9:40 and 1:40 or something like that. So yeah, lucky I finished a bit early, and I've beaten them here because I didn't want $1,000 sitting on the front doorstep and someone walking off with it, so it's worked out well. I normally get things delivered to work if they are expensive things like that, but being FedEx, you can kind of tell, like, they give you such a good rundown on when they're coming, so you can kind of plan your day a little bit, so it's all good. Anyway, we'll see you when they get here. All right, so box is here. Let me just quickly so yeah, a little bit of paperwork. Not interested in that. Thank you for your purchase. Oh wow, okay, there's a bit of instruction manual. I might actually have to read a few things. Might have to disconnect the battery, not sure. They're empty. And what's in here? It already comes with zip ties. I thought I was going to have to go to the shed. So we got. Whoop, they must be brackets of some sort. 91 plus octane only. That's okay because that's all we put in it. Okay. So I'll have a quick so that's that, and that's the unit, so that must be for these. Oh yeah, how does it oh, they go that way. Okay, yep, cool. So we'll have to find a nice spot for that somewhere. I don't know how that's going to happen. There is, you can see here, a fair bit of instruction. Congratulations, entire guide before undertaking anything. I've watched a couple videos, but there's none on the Z that tell you exactly how to install it. So yeah, oh, it's literally 2 wires. That's pretty cool. One for each turbo, I say. That's it. So that goes to your that goes to your main box there. So you can see why it cost a fair bit. It's pretty quality connectors. I don't know what that does. That must just be a protector. And then that goes in there. Yeah, nice. Yep. Okay. So we'll leave that out. We'll put that back in. And then yeah, I'd say that's what this is. One is to your digital. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to read the instructions. There's no point me doing this on camera, and then I'll be a full bottle. Oh, this has actually got a screen on it to tell you what mode it's in. Yeah, cool. All right. It's a fair bit to read. So yeah, I'll have a squiz over these. Oh, there you go. Manifold absolute pressure connector. Yep. No, I'll read these first because there's going to be a bit of reading. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to get halfway through and have to stop and read these. So it looks like from there's no page numbers, they're letters. That's a bit weird. But the first, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages is installation, and then after that it's just setting it up on the app, 3 or 4 pages. So yeah, I'll have a quick read. I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've got the cover off. Excuse the fan. It's just really humid for some reason. It's like not even 30 degrees, but it's so sticky. So fan on. Just see if I can make it come over this way a bit more. There we go. Okay, so I've just messaged my mate because they're calling one of these. Well, they might be, but they're calling one of them turbo boost and manifold map sensor, manifold absolute pressure. To me, they look the same. Like, why are they any different? But if we use powers of deduction, so the first thing is the car's got to be locked and keys out of it for 10 minutes, and you should put your keys like far away, 15-20 meters away. I've got my keys here, but they're in a Faraday cage bag thingy, just so the car kind of it takes 10 minutes for the computers to lose power. So it's been well and truly that, so no problems there. Got the cover off. I don't think you've got to take the lower cover off. You've only got to take the higher cover off, so it doesn't matter. I've taken all of them off. So wire number A. This is going to be a bit difficult. I should switch to head cam actually. That might be easier. Okay, that's better, I think. I should be able to see. Get this torch as well. It might make a bit of a difference. Okay, yeah, so we'll get wire A. I'll untangle it all. So I think A goes over here. So from what I can tell, a couple things that give it away. So this is A, and we want to undo this one. And the reason I say that is because you can kind of see the heat exchanger here, which is this one. You can see the pipe, you can see the hose clamp, you can see this thing that they're talking about, and there's only one bolt holding that in there. Whereas if you look on this side, there's a bolt here. So that's what gives it away to me. So we'll disconnect that. Connectors are a bit funny. Sometimes they're push, sometimes they're pull. I think this is a push one. Yep, push in. And then we get, make sure that says A. Yep. And then make sure we are doubly sure on A. One bolt, you can see there, only one bolt. So, pretty much want to match up what's on the car to
how that came off, and that to me is the exact one. You can see it there. So that'll go on there, click, and then this one clicks into here. Did I get it the right way? No, this way. It's got wings on it, so you can't stuff it up. Maybe it was that way. Yep, it only fits one way. There we go. Click, click, like that. So you kind of want to put this somewhere nice like that. And then I think this is going to end up down this way somewhere. So underneath the strut brace. Might have to disconnect that. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind is routing of wires. They come off pretty easy. The clips. Probably due to the fact that it's not an old car. If it was old and been, oh, that's gonna make a liar out of me, that one. This main box here or connector just won't fit under here, so that's why I'm disconnecting it all, and we'll run the wires. We'll start again. There we go. So again, make sure A, and we'll put that under, and that side of the aircon. Kind of just want to make it so you got something to zip tie to, really, and that'll be it. So the stocky white connector will go there, and that will go there. I think the wings are, oh no, the plug's offset, so it'll only ever go in that one way, like that. So pull that can go there, that'll be fine like that. And then B has to go over. I don't think it tells you where you should run the wires, but I'd assume it's got to go around the back here, which means A's got too much wire, but we can hide that kind of here, like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. That's not going to rub on anything. It's only plastic anyway, and that's the aircon line, so that's okay. And then just give it a bit more slack there. Come over here. So that's that done. So double check. So A, one bolt there, and then we go to, oh, that's telling us what to do. Boom. Done. Oh, and another thing that gave it away is, you can see here it says brake fluid, and that's your battery, because it's an American car, they're taking the photos off. So for us, we've got the battery over there, and then I've seen it in a, oh, it must have been in this next one. There we go. So brake fluid, which in an American car would be on that side, and that's A. So A is on the right side. Now connect the end of the, yep, so we've done that. And then manifold absolute pressure connection, which is this side. And what gives that away, I noticed, is on the heat exchanger, you can see this pipe is right near the connector, and they've covered it up with their little text bubble thing there, but that's the bolt underneath. So there's two bolts, you can just see the washer there, you can see this bolt, this connector, this pipe, heat exchanger, and the pipe over here. Whereas if you come over here, the pipe is in the middle on this one, and it's nowhere near this connector. So that tells me that that's B. So let's connect that in the same manner. I'll just make sure you guys, just get my phone. I've got the preview. Yep, you guys can see. So we'll push. It's a push and pull out like that. And then same, you got the white plug, and it's really annoying working with a fan, but anyway, has to be. And B, white plug. So that white plug mimics that, so that goes in here. That way you don't even have to think about it really. like that, click, and then that, plug, done. That can sit back there, that can sit back there. So these are the bolts for the cover, and these are the I don't know, snap posts, I don't know what you want to call them, whatever. This can't really come much more. So you can't extend any wire. So yeah, let's have a look. Okay, so they're on a fairly big post, so that should clear that. Let's have a look. It goes in there, slides under, comes this way a bit, and then we'll just sit that on top like that. Have a feel around, you'll get one in, second one in. That can go around the side, around the back, like that. Oh yeah, so that doesn't really impede it too much, which is good. Just make sure this one's clicked in. Yep, that's clicked in, and we're going to leave that exactly how it is, like that, with a couple zip ties, but not zip tying anything until we're finished. Like that. We'll put those bolts back in. So I think I did that off camera. They're here. Is that in? No. Started. Feels like it started. There we go. Okay. Obviously not too tight, it's just plastic. And it's just holding a cover on. Like that. Might as well put this one back. That's only got one snap on this side and one bolt on this side, and that's it. Like that. So that's all connected. A's done. B's done. B, make sure the plugs are on. Yeah, done. Disconnect the deactivation. So by the sounds of it, this plug, if you have your box connected and then one day you don't want it anymore, you can just go like that, and that deactivates the whole system and everything will still work. So obviously we don't want that. Snap this in. There's three tabs, and you'll see 3 tabs there. Oh, there's 3 tabs top and bottom. So does that mean... No, it won't fit back to front. So it'll only go in a certain way, and then that clicks it in. And then I have no clue where it's going to go. Probably... Obviously you don't want it... Can't have it to the strut brace because you're going to hit the bonnet. Can't have it here, it's too high. I think it's going to have to go on this, but then it's blocking the fuse block. I don't know. I don't think it can go in here. No, it can't. No, so that's a separate compartment. Don't want it there because you kind of want it on the outside of it. There's just nowhere to really put it. What if we were to undo it all? It's probably better over here. Still, it needs to be zip tied. There's just no room. There's absolutely no room. I mean, the best place for it is probably there, and it can just jam in there, and that'll be okay. You probably only get the one zip tie on it, but it is kind of on metal. I don't think you kind of want to do that. There's just nowhere else really for it. Let's leave it for here for now, because there is this bit here that it can go to. Like that. The bonnet should still close. I think you probably want to... like that. That's probably the next best spot for it, but obviously we're going to have to make it so that it can't move about. Anyway, we'll leave it like that for now. Carrying out, do not start the engine, just switch the ignition on, and then we're going to the app. Oh, here we go. That's where they want to put it, up there, which for us is the opposite way, which is over there. Oh, I probably should have looked at it. I did read the instructions, but I never saw that photo. That would make probably the best sense. How they got it? What have they got it? It is a bit different though. Yeah, because there's no aircon line there. That aircon line is over here. But yeah, I think we're going to put it there. That's probably about the only place it's going to work. So I'm terrible at running wires. So it's going to be a zip tie there, zip tie there. Like that. Again, this this plug is just not going to fit. I think we've got to undo. I think we've got to undo everything again, because obviously you don't want that on top. Being that is going to be about the only. I don't think it's even going to fit there, to be honest, because there's nowhere for the plug to go. The plug's at the bottom, and that's hitting wires everywhere. Unless it goes like that, and we can zip tie it to that. No, there's not enough room there either. I'll get back to you. There's no point wasting time on this. I'll see what I can do, and we'll get a nice spot, and then I'll get back to you to let you know what I've done. Okay, that's about the best we're going to do with the room that we have. So it's yeah, that's on top. Yep, that's fine. So that wire's coming over. That's quite tight. Not tight to be worried about, but I need it to get this box over here. So I haven't strapped it down fully yet, because there's a QR code. You need that to set the app up. So I've just got it loosely in, but that's where it's gonna go. We're gonna have to tie that down nicely, and then this one has, because it's closer, it's got a bit more room, so we're good there. But I'll zip tie all that down later. We'll put the engine cover back on later as well. As long as it's not near heat, like right on top of the exhaust, over here is okay. And vibration, so I've got an assortment of things here, so I can give it some. Obviously I'm not going to use all of that. I'll just cut it down like that, and then we'll just use one more zip tie on this side, and then that'll be a nice little dampener for it. But yeah, I'm not using all that, but I'll do that later. It's not important now. So now we've done that. So that's where you need your QR code. Download the app, which I've got. No, 2 clicks. It's ignition. And it should be, yep, we're good. So that's kind of upside down. activate the Bluetooth function. We've already done that. Open it, scan it. I don't know why that's maybe it'll work now. There we go. There we go. Camera just needed to be reset. Okay. And have we got lights? We got Bluetooth. Yep. Ready for make sure you've connected to tuning. Yeah. Turn ignition and check if the module has power. Yeah, it does because it's got numbers there. Okay, it's done it. It took a lot longer that time, but it actually worked. So yeah, all good. So I think it's pretty much go for a drive now. So if you put it in race, it went to 6 just then. Sport is 5. Eco is 3. Press this button, see what happens. Oh yeah, race. Well, you want race 7, wouldn't you? Sport, yeah, that's about in the middle. Switch, what does that mean? Don't know. Warm-up timer. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So it won't let you go into maybe the upper modes for 2 minutes. We'll keep like that, I suppose. So it's pretty basic. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, yep, there is definitely a difference. I'm just in Mexico at the moment, and I just saw 106, stepped on it, and it went sideways at 106 k's an hour. So yeah, never used to do that. No, not this street. So yeah, that's a big deal. A lot more torque than actual power, I think. Like, it really throws you in the seat. And I've got the throttle controller where it was on 4, so it's not like I've adjusted the throttle controller to make it feel like it has a bit more punch. You can hear the turbos now, and I've noticed the turbos are, I don't know, I don't have PSI, I've got kPa, so I'm getting 1.5 times 100. I'd have to work it out, but yeah, that's a big difference. And you can, the slower you accelerate, you might be able to hear the turbos. There it goes. You can hear them. If you just plant it, you can't hear them. I'll try it now. This road's pretty quiet. You got the good mic anyway. Yeah, you can hear them. Definitely hear them. You could never hear them before. Yeah, and it's the turbo gauge it maxes out at 1.5, and it's just before 1.5. Let me just try one more time. Yep, it's just before 1.5. So 1.5 times 100 kPa. So what's that? Is that one? No, anyway, I'll have to work it out, because the dial says times 100 kPa, and then I've got a 1.5 on the dial. I'm not in the right headspace to be working maths out at the moment. So, but I think that's 150 kPa. Let me pull over. Is that right? Yeah, 1.5, yeah, 150 kPa. Let me, I can't really pull over here. But anyway, I'll pull over and I'll try and work it out to PSI. Hey Google, how much is 150 kPa?
150 kilopascals is equal to 21.756 pounds force per square inch.
Yep, there we go. So I think it's added, that's the 7 PSI. So I think stock these have got 14, and now we've got 21. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's getting it back up into the Tirana territory now. It's definitely faster than the Tirana. I think the Tirana had still more torque, throw you back in the seat pretty violently, but this is definitely just faster, smoother, better power delivery. I'm not trying to compare a 1975 car to a 2024 car. That's just ridiculous, but that's all I've got to go on. So yeah, it's definitely, the Tirana was pretty violent in its acceleration, but I mean, it'd run out. I had it geared wrong. I had the wrong diff in it too. But yeah, it'd run out of juice at about 140, 150, but it will pull like a freight train till that speed. Whereas this is just getting started. Like I said, I saw 100 I floored it, looked at the speedo, it was 106 when we were just in Mexico just before. And yeah, it's stepped out. I don't know, traction control would have been doing something, but there's no lights to tell you that traction control was doing something. But you could feel it, her back end started definitely stepping out at 106, so that's pretty cool. And that was in sports mode, in paddle shift mode, so the top sports mode that it has, it was doing that. In standard mode, in normal mode, it's not far off it, but I don't think it'll step out in at 100, maybe a bit lower speed. But yeah, anyway, we'll wrap it up when we get home. Alright, that brings a smile to my face too. Stupid me, I had it in sport mode, not race mode. So it was only in level 5 out of 7. That whole, I only just figured it out as I was coming back home. So it's going to have even more than that. You heard Google there, it's 20 odd PSI. I didn't even have enough time to, I should have gone for another drive, but I couldn't be bothered. We'll test it next time. That was fast in sport mode. Yeah, I just cranked up my phone and the app came up. Actually, it probably won't work now. No, it's off. Yeah, so I cranked up my phone and it was only in sport mode, which was going pretty good in sports mode. So everything's wide. I've zip tied everything so nothing can move or get close to anything that's hot. It's all sitting on top of existing wiring. So if it's good enough for their wiring to be there, it's good enough for my wiring to be there. That zip tied down. So 1, 2, and one big one. I couldn't get the fourth one on, but it's got a one of these like kind of wrapped up to give it a fair bit of sponge like that, and then really crank down on the zip ties, and you can see that it's like a nice rubber mounted, you'd call it, I don't know, and it's far enough away. All the wiring's there, so there's no reason that thing can't go there, so that's fine. Easy enough. One tip is find out where you want to put that first, then do your wiring. Don't do what I did and do your wiring first and then figure out where that's going to go over there, because it won't fit where you want it to fit. So yeah, leave it. Yeah, find out where that has to go first. That's the most important thing, and then run your wires, and you'll only do it once then. I did it 3 times. I had that cover on and off 3 times. So, but anyway, even then, it only took under an hour to do all that. If I was to do another one, I'd do it in 5 minutes if I knew exactly where that box was going to go and what A and B was. It'd take me 5 minutes to do another one. So yeah, easy as. Whereas if I had the JB4, I'd still be trying to figure out where the wire's going to go to the OBD2 port. So yeah, I'm not interested in that. That is fast enough. That is stupid. No need for a road car to be getting wheel spin at 106 kilometers an hour, and it was only in sport mode, not race mode. So yeah, 21 PSI or 20 PSI, whatever it was. I did put it on there. It doesn't quite tick over to 1.5, but again, that was only in sport mode, not race mode. So next time we go for a drive, let me get used to it for a bit, try out the different modes, try out the Bluetooth settings and stuff like that, and then I'll give you a rundown on it properly once I know how to use it. But yeah, it'll probably hit 1.5 in sport mode, 1.5 on the dial, which is 150 kPa, which works out to 21 odd PSI. So yeah, no, happy with that. So yeah, cheers for the help, and we'll catch you on the next one.